Today's battle was spectacular. Yo, what's up everyone? TreyMan1 here, and today's episode, man, this is what I call a battle. My goodness, I love this episode so much. Way better than the first Ash and Bea match because they just did everything so right here. It was so amazing. I got a lot to say about this episode. Let's go ahead and get right into things. For starters, we actually get to see Ash doing some training, which is so great to finally get to see again. Yeah, unfortunately, it's only Pikachu and Riolu. But after losing to Bea, these past few episodes haven't been anything training focused. So I'm like, where's the training for the rematch, Ash? But here we get to see it. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Dragonite, Gengar, or Farfetch train, especially Farfetch because it lost to. And the salt to the wound is like, Ash is like, oh yeah, Dragonite, Farfetch, you're next. But unfortunately, Go comes in and says, yo, Ash, screw that training. We have to go to the Johto region for our rematch with Bea, who is ranked 193. My goodness, the last time we saw Bea, she was literally in the 700s, I believe. So she has been battling. My goodness, she's so close to ranking up. I really do like Bea as a trainer. And, this episode really does do her justice. But one issue I do come across is Ash, once again. Yo, you ranked him down recently in the Flygon episode back to the normal class. And I'm like, man, we're going to have to see him work his way back up to the super class. But nope. In today's episode, he's like, oh yeah, I'm back in the super class. So it happened off-screen land. That's kind of a bad move in my opinion. That's a battle that you shouldn't be missing. For one, it kind of devalues the actual Karina fight that got him to the super class. And it's like, what was the point of making him go down if we weren't even going to see him rise back up? But, besides that fact, Ash is here. He's ready to fight. And, the fight itself is actually spectacular. For the first time in about 20 years, we actually get to see the appearance of Chuck, a Johto gym leader, once again. Journeys, your continuity is so amazing because he literally mentions, oh, Ash, good to see you again. I thought that was you. And even flashback to the fight showing Bayleaf. And I'm like, yo, continuity is amazing. Our first flashback that's not Kanto related. Great job, Journeys. I'm proud of you. And other than a quick little gag of Bea not remembering Ash's name, they waste no time to get right back into this rematch. My goodness, Pikachu and Hitmontop come out first, which I was sad at first that Farfetch wasn't in this battle. But with how this battle ended, there is definitely going to be another battle and possibly way more to come, which means Farfetch will finally, hopefully soon, get his comeback in a future battle. And plus, it was nice that they switched it up a bit. This was a pretty good fight. Pikachu was doing his thing in this fight. Like, I love some of the strategies that Ash and Pikachu used. For example, the way Ash used Electro Web, showing that's so versatile. Literally using Electro Web on the ground, spreading it across the battlefield so that Hitmontop would have to go through him. And they actually mentioned that Electro Web slows the Pokemon down. So I really do like how they, are using game logic as well. And, Pikachu did great. He landed a lot of great hits. He showed that, he's the champion Pokemon. And that's the thing. I feel like if Ash used Pikachu against Hawlucha in the first fight, he probably would have ended up, doing good in that fight too. But he used Farfetch and Riolu, which were his two weakest. But, yeah, hopefully once Farfetch grows stronger, then it can hold on his own without Pikachu as well. Like Hawlucha, Hitmontop actually ends up using a, stat boosting move as well. Which, Pikachu actually tanks those hits. Like, Farfetch couldn't really take but one hit. But I love how they're showing Pikachu's strength. And in the end, Pikachu literally defeats this thing with a quick attack. A quick attack. Like, oh, that was a crazy finisher move. And they made quick attack look powerful. And next up, good old Grappalot comes out. And Pikachu, I love that he actually did some damage to Grappalot as well. Doing a lot of damage. Thunderbolt, quick attack, and Iron Tail. The only thing is, Pikachu couldn't get past the big arms, kind of like how Riolu. The only thing is, yeah, I kind of get it. Riolu knew what to expect. Pikachu never faced this, and that's why, Grappalot was able to take him down. Also, when Grappalot was wrapped around Pikachu couldn't use his moves either. It was really tightened up, and you would think Static would go off in this moment, but actually, Grappalot's ability prevents Static from happening. It's Limber, so I really do think that they take a lot of attention to detail with this moment. And in the end, Pikachu loses the same way Riolu did, which was so sad. But I do love how Riolu, actually came, checked up on Pikachu, helped it back to Ash, and you can see the rage on Riolu's face, like he was about to tear Grappalot up. I was like, oh shoot. The minute Riolu starts fighting, you can see that they prepared for this Grappalot. For starters, Ash says go in for an attack, right? Riolu's charging at full speed. You think it's going to go for a physical move. And Bea was preparing for that. But it actually uses a special move. And I really do like that strategy Ash used. He's like tricking Bea. Even with, when it did get caught in the Octolot. He had Riolu stay calm and to maneuver with Grappalot to try and free up his hands. Focusing all his energy. This was the craziest part. It went Ash, Riolu, guys. I was like, oh my goodness. Just kidding. But Riolu actually focused all the energy into his Force Palm and landing a powerful attack, freeing itself from Grappalot, which Bea was actually pretty impressed with. Following that, Grappalot has a hard time hitting Riolu. Riolu is outspeeding it. It's using close combat. And Riolu actually is staying close to Grappalot to where it can't really grab him and goes in for one final Force Palm, which does a lot of damage. But unfortunately, Riolu also ends up getting hit by one of the close combats. And they both end up tying, which I love so much. I'm so glad that Ash didn't win this fight. You just don't understand. Like, there were no training episodes in between those. Like, I know there was training off screen and whatnot, but we didn't get an actual training or developed episode for Ash to win. And so I'm like, if Ash wins, it's not going to be really right. You feel me? So I'm so glad that Ash actually tied with Bea. For one, he used Pikachu, which I thought Pikachu would have gave him an automatic win, but it wasn't the case. But he still had an advantage, and Pikachu is the reason why he was able to tie. I truly love the final scenes of this episode, though, where we really get to see Bea's true personality and character. As we get to see, her sweet obsession that they mentioned in the games, and she's actually being nice, sharing with Pikachu and Riolu, who was kind of nervous at first, but even Grappalot pushes Riolu, and it's like, come on, it's okay. We're all friends at the end of the day. But even though they are, good friends and all, they are still rivals. Both Ash and Bea mentioned their goals of wanting to beat Leon. They compliment each other's strategies, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be hard to beat. So let's go ahead and get ready. Which Bea actually mentions we'll have our rematch in the hyper class, which means we'll probably have a bit of a gap between this fight and the next Bea rematch. I assume maybe the next one will be in the 50s. That would be pretty likely, considering the fact how fast Ash has been going. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that rematch. Chuck's looking forward to that rematch and seeing them fight it out in the end. And he says, I can't wait for your more battles to come, which means Bea is officially Ash's rival in the series, which I'm so happy about. Let's go. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that happens with this rematch. It's so much better. Oh, Go ends up catching a Johto Pokemon too, but that's beside the point. That was off screen. But I just love Bea's character in this episode. They truly did her so great from the last episode, where she was kind of stone cold, and even the fight was so much better. Like, Ash actually stood a chance because he used Pikachu. Yeah, it's true, but I like that how he just didn't come back and win. But he had to tie, and he has to work his way up to that win. But yeah, everyone, in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all thought of this episode. I love to hear. I love it. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemon Journeys episode. I'll give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Definitely in my top 10. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. TradeMan1. Peace out.